The Séance at Sycamore House. Bath, 1881. Sycamore House had been empty for over 20 years, its windows shuttered and ivy-choked, its gardens overrun by creeping bramble and thistle. The estate once belonged to the Cartwright family, known for their wealth, influence, and tragedy. In 1860, at a grand masquerade ball, Eleanor Cartwright, the youngest daughter, collapsed in the ballroom and died. Her fiancé, a promising young solicitor, took his life a week later. Shortly thereafter, the entire Cartwright family vanished without a trace. Some claimed they moved abroad. Others whispered they had been cursed. Now, in 1881, Sycamore House had a new owner, Miss Adelaide Merriweather, a spiritualist medium known across Europe for her séances and exhibitions. She purchased the estate with a singular purpose: to commune with the dead of Sycamore House. And on All Souls' Eve, she invited a handful of skeptics, scholars, and spiritualists to witness what she promised would be her final and most powerful séance. The guests arrived. The invited were few. Lord Quinton Vale, a nobleman with a fascination for occult rituals. Dr. Lydia Harrow, a medical doctor and firm disbeliever in anything supernatural. Mr. Edwin Price, a journalist for the London Gazette, assigned to expose Adelaide as a fraud. Sister Miriam, a cloistered nun known for battling demonic forces. And Miss Merriweather herself, resplendent in violet silk, with a voice soft as candle smoke. They gathered in the grand drawing-room beneath the great chandelier where Eleanor Cartwright had once danced. The table was set. A crystal orb sat in its center. Adelaide instructed them to hold hands. "The veil is thin tonight," she whispered. "We shall pierce it. The séance begins." At precisely midnight, the candles flickered. Adelaide closed her eyes and chanted in Latin. The air thickened like a fog rolling in from unseen waters. Suddenly the chandelier shook. "Do not break the circle," Adelaide warned. The orb glowed faintly, then brightened until it cast eerie shadows upon the walls. A voice echoed, "Not Adelaide's, not any of the guests. He waits below." The lights blew out. When the candles relit moments later, Sister Miriam had fainted. Blood dripped from her nose. Her hands were marked with scratches that had not been there moments before. "The Cartwrights are still here," Adelaide said. "Trapped." The basement door. Shaken, the guests retired to their rooms, but Edwin Price stayed behind. He was convinced Adelaide had orchestrated the entire spectacle. Wires, lights, some accomplice. But while searching the walls for hidden devices, he found a door behind a faded tapestry. It led to the basement. He descended with only a lantern. The stone steps creaked. The air was foul and cold. Below, he found an iron door marked with a sigil he did not recognize, a strange knot of eyes and mouths. It opened with a groan. Inside was a small chamber lined with mirrors. In the center, a chair with leather straps, and the corpse of a man seated in it, his face contorted in agony, his eyes hollow. Edwin turned to flee, and saw his reflection smile at him. His own face. Smiling. The possession. He was not himself when he returned. His speech was strange. His gait uneven. He joined the others at breakfast and said nothing. Lydia noticed first. "Edwin, your eyes. They were wrong. Too wide. Too dark." That night, screams woke the house. Lord Vale was found with his throat torn open. Sister Miriam was gone. Adelaide gathered the remaining guests. "Something has come through," she said. "A spirit not of this world." She led them to the séance table once more. "If it is in Edwin, I will draw it out." They began the ritual again. The wind howled against the shutters. The orb shattered. Edwin rose from his seat, his mouth stretching in an impossible grin. "You called me," he said. "Now I am here." The mirror realm. Adelaide stepped forward and cast salt in a wide circle around Edwin. He screamed and flickered, his form shifting like a reflection in disturbed water. "Where is Edwin?" Lydia cried. "Trapped," Adelaide said. "In the mirror realm." She pulled a small looking glass from her satchel and showed them. In it they saw Edwin, his face pale and screaming, fists pounding on invisible glass. "He is still alive," she said. "But he cannot return unless we banish the thing that wears him." But it was too late. The demon inside Edwin broke the salt circle. The chandelier crashed down. The house trembled. The end of the séance. Adelaide stayed behind as Lydia fled. She took the mirror and the demon, Edwin's body, and locked herself in the basement chamber. Lydia would later say she heard Adelaide chanting until dawn. When the villagers arrived, they found Sycamore House abandoned. Edwin Price was never seen again. Sister Miriam's crucifix was found nailed to the basement door. Adelaide Merriweather vanished. Epilogue. Sycamore House still stands. Empty. Cold. But sometimes on All Souls' Eve, people claim they see a woman in violet silk at the window. And if you bring a mirror near the old cellar door, you might catch a glimpse of a man behind the glass, screaming for release.